What is up, YouTube fam? So today is a good day because I got a text that I have a delivery that is going to be coming in today. And so if you didn't catch last week's video, check out somewhere over here. There will be a time card or a link, or if not, check in the description. But I was on the search for a 370Z trunk to put onto my car. That way I could put a spoiler and keep the original trunk. I ended up not purchasing the trunk that I went to go see that was here local to me. So what I did end up doing is purchasing the one that was in Florida. And I'll throw up the text showing that it's going to be delivered. And the window that they gave me was between 11 a.m. and 3 p.m. And so it should be here any minute now. And I'll set up the camera and get a recording of me grabbing it from the delivery guy. And then we'll be cracking the thing open. So yeah, we'll cut next to the camera being set up and the delivery driver being here. Alrighty guys, so the delivery driver actually ended up leaving the pallet right there, and so I moved it over here just to get kind of a better angle of me opening it. But there we go. So wrapped up really good. I asked him if they were actually going to let me just keep the pallet, and he said, yeah, that's yours. So I'll have to figure out what to do with that. I'm sure I can find some use for it. But yeah, I mean, one of the concerns that I had getting something delivered, I mean, this thing came all the way from Florida, right? So I mean, the way that they did this, the way that they wrapped this thing up, I mean, this is rock solid. So whatever damage that is on the trunk would have just been from the previous owner and it's staying at that junkyard. So we'll do a walk around just so you guys can kind of see. I mean, this thing is like intense. They freaking crucified this thing getting it up here. And so the next thing that we're gonna do is go ahead and rip this thing open and see what the state of the trunk is. I'm hoping it's not too bad. I'll show up a little screenshot of what the seller did disclose to me. There was a white scratch, I think in the bottom or left or right of the trunk. So I already know that that damage is there. And I didn't get any photos of the trunk that I passed up on, but that one was, I mean, really not in good shape. So one thing good about this is a base trunk. So there's not gonna be any spoiler on it. There's not gonna be any holes. So whenever I do end up putting the spoiler onto this, it should just sit flush. There's not gonna be any extra work that needs to be done. So yeah, let's crack this thing open and see what condition it's in. All right, so I'm going to show you guys what we got so far. So here's that damage. Let's see if I can get an angle where you guys can see it. So some damage right there. Looks like a chip right there if you guys can see it. Some red marks right here. Don't really know what that is, honestly. It almost looks like it should be like paint or something. Hopefully that can come off. I don't know. But I mean, first impression doesn't look too bad. I'm wondering how these are gonna work. Hopefully whenever you plug in one of the, whatever these things are right here, plugs that come with it, hopefully plugging these in will get those defrosters to work. So yeah, I mean, not in the best shape, right? So probably gonna have to get this thing repainted. But so far, I mean, I haven't seen anything that makes me regret purchasing this, so we'll keep at it. All right, so as you guys can see, after some hard work, a lot of cutting, which I hopefully fast forwarded all of that so you guys didn't have to sit through it. We've got the trunk open, and so visually looking at this one versus the one that I saw last week, this absolutely is the better purchase. That other one was just, I mean, a complete wreck. So all around here on that other one, there was damage underneath right here, wherever the person, let me see if I can't lift this up, where they ended up drilling that duckbill spoiler, they had huge holes right here. It's dirty. I mean, it's not the cleanest thing. They could have cleaned it up a little bit, but I mean, this thing's rock solid. There's not crazy amount of scratches on here. We're gonna get this thing repainted most likely. I'm gonna get it cleaned up and see what it actually looks like. This right here, let's see where this poor Z that got Frankensteined out was from. Lee, Fort Walton Beach, Florida is where this Z was from. So yeah, this is like, I mean, that's already coming off, which is great. So yeah, really happy with this. Hopefully this taillight back here works. I can't think of anything else. I mean, is that even a taillight? I mean, I don't even know what you call that, trunk light. Hopefully that works once it's plugged in. Hopefully the rear defrosters work whenever it's plugged in. Some damage right here, nothing too crazy. I mean, honestly, even if I didn't get this thing painted, it might not look too bad just thrown onto the Z. But ultimately the goal is to have this trunk be the one that ends up getting drilled into for that V1 spoiler. I might pressure wash this thing, kind of get it cleaned up, and we'll see what it looks like here in a bit. Maybe apply some Goo Gone to that. I should be able to go ahead and clean this thing. It might be worth it just to go ahead and clean it up just to kind of see what we're working with. But I think I'm actually going to go ahead and end the video here. But yeah, really happy with this. This is, I mean, night and day difference. This is definitely the better choice versus the other one. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned for the build. So the next thing is ordering the Icon Motorsports eBay spoiler, and maybe by this weekend we can get this thing installed. So yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching.